A new and exciting game-changing feature that has just been released with BaseHead version 2020.7 for Mac and PC users is the new CloudPack Manager application. CloudPack Manager offers access to an online library of commercial sound effects packs that can be integrated straight into BaseHead's workflow. Running as a separate application with direct integration to BaseHead, it handles all the CloudPack management and downloads without affecting BaseHead's workflow. We're able to browse sound effects packs and preview the files right in BaseHead before purchase. No need to worry about drive space and backups. Let BaseHead's Google servers handle that for you. Sound files can be used directly from the cloud and imported to your sessions without having to first download libraries. We do have the option to localize packs to work offline if needed. No more wasting time trawling through websites for sound effects, then importing files and metadata. Now you can find the sounds that you need, have it available in BaseHead within seconds without even having to open a web browser. The CloudPack Manager is designed to make your job easy, so let's have a look. Okay, so from version 2020.7 onwards of BaseHead, we now have the CloudPacks menu that you should see in your new version of BaseHead. This will store all of our CloudPacks that we download with the CloudPack Manager. We can launch the CloudPack Manager by pressing the CPM button here, or by pressing F12. So the CloudPack Manager here, one of the first things we need to do when we first get set up is we need to make sure that we set a default path. So the default path here in the options is where all of our CloudPacks and cache files will be stored when we download them. We can move CloudPacks after they've been downloaded, but we just need to make sure that we set a local path on our hard drive where we have enough space to download a pack. So once we've got this done, we also need to make sure that we're signed in to our BaseHead account. So on the sign in tab here, this BaseHead sign in information is actually shared with the sign in information within BaseHead itself. So if we log out of one, it will log us out of the other. So these are synchronized. Okay, so once we've got all of our options set up and we're logged into our BaseHead account, we can begin using the store. So the store is very simple to use. There's just three main sections to it. We have a filter section here on the left where we can filter for keywords such as vehicle, for instance. We'll list all of the CloudPacks that have the word vehicle listed in there. We can search based on price, or we can search based on company. Then we have all of our CloudPacks here in the middle. So all the CloudPacks here are listed. This is an ever-growing list of CloudPacks that we have here. Just some basic information. So we've got a nice thumbnail view here. We've got the name of the pack, bit of a tagline, and the company. And then we have all of the information for a pack on the right here. So we have the purchase button up here. We can check out using our BaseHead account details. So whatever payment methods we have on our BaseHead account will show up in the CloudPack Manager here. If we need to add or remove a card, we can click this and it will open up our BaseHead account to do that. And then we have this Play Preview button. So this Play Preview button will open up a preview of this particular library using the BaseHead sample player. If we don't have BaseHead running, this will open in the operating system's audio player. And then we have the real groundbreaking feature of the CloudPack Manager, the ability to view the entire library in BaseHead. So if we click the View in BaseHead button, this will send the library to BaseHead and it will appear in BaseHead's file browser. Now this allows us to go through, select any of the files and preview the playback before purchase. So we can preview any of the files, we can scrub through the files, we can even use the pitch slider. And it plays using the Degraded Preview, which we can select a different mode depending on the type of sound that we've got. That's just to protect the files before purchase. But we can also see all of the metadata for each of the individual files as well. So this allows us to view in detail all of the files in a particular library before we purchase. Now this becomes very useful in cases like this library here where we actually have two different versions we can select from. So we've got this version A and a version B. There is a little bit of a description for each version, so we can check out what each version is. So the description down here, and if we scroll down to the bottom, we have the amount of files, the size of the library, and the quality of the samples included in the library. So we can get a bit of information from there based on what each version is. But what we can do is choose to send each individual library to BaseHead, and then we can view what files we're going to get in each different version. So this is one of those features that is designed to really save time. We can get a good sense of what's in a CloudPack before purchase and find out if the sounds that we're after are definitely included in that CloudPack. So this is one of those really cool features that is designed to save time. Once we've purchased the library now shows that it has been purchased here, so we can't repurchase the library. So once it's been purchased, it is added to the manager. So the manager here is where we manage all of our purchase libraries and where we can also access the free libraries that are included with the CloudPack Manager. So before you even get started buying any libraries, you can test out the whole feature by selecting the free category here, and you'll see a number of free CloudPack libraries that you can use. Now these are completely free to use. They can be added to BaseHead. So if you want to get started testing out the servers, you can quite simply just add one of these to BaseHead. So for instance, we'll add this one here. Pops up in BaseHead and it is now ready to go. The only thing to keep in mind is that the free libraries are designed to be cloud-based libraries only, so they stream from the cloud. There isn't the ability to localize them, but we can still use them in productions. We can import them into our door, so we can use them in the same way that we would use any other CloudPack. We just can't localize them. So all of our purchase libraries will appear in here as well. So if it's been added into BaseHead, it will have the add button grayed out, means that it is already appearing in the BaseHead browser here. So to give you a bit of an overview on how quick and easy it is to get started, if I found that I wanted to use this particular library here, remember we don't have to download the library in order to use it. We can simply click the add button, and then once it's been added to BaseHead, we can then start checking out the sounds in the library. So if we start clicking on the files, they begin to start playing and streaming just as we would expect any of the files to. The difference is here though that this blue colored waveform indicates with the little icon down here that the file is actually streaming from the cloud service. So we haven't actually downloaded any files yet. It's indicated up here by the fact that we've got this little download icon that this is a cloud-based library. So these ones down here, for instance, they live on the hard drive. If I hover over the libraries, it gives me some information. So it's actually showing me the local location. But this energy library that I've just added is streaming from the cloud. And so what I can do here is I can preview these sounds as I normally would. I've got access to the playback slider to be able to slow the speed down and everything else we'd expect. We can select a range to be able to use in our project. And if I just pop up Reaper here, for instance, just to show how quick and easy it is. So we've got a track here. What I would like to do is send this one, send the selection that I've got here into my project. And hey presto. So it operates in the same way that we're used to using our local files, but the difference is that because we're working within the cloud, it speeds up the workflow without having to wait and manage all of these files on our hard drive. So this is one of the features that makes it very, very fast and very, very powerful to use. Now, one of the other things to point out here, especially when we're dealing with the cloud-based files, is as we start clicking through these files, BaseHead will actually cache these files in the background for us automatically. Now, this will speed up the workflow when we're importing large numbers of files into a DAW. So rather than having to then poll the server, download those files again, and then import them into our DAW, it will simply grab the cached files off the hard drive and import those. So this will just speed things up. Especially if we happen to have a slower network speed, the files will be downloaded in the background for us and imported into our DAW. Now, if we want to work completely offline, so we don't have an internet connection, or maybe we have limited bandwidth, or we're on mobile and we're on the go, what we can do is we can choose to localize the library so that we can work with them locally. Now, this also allows us to do some other things, such as being able to open the file in a wave editor, for instance, to be able to edit the files externally from BaseHead, or even add some additional metadata or markers and things like that to the files. So in BaseHead, we have a little localize button here, or we can actually right click. There's some right click options here. We can choose to localize or release a CloudPack. So when we localize the library, it will be downloaded to our local directory. So back in the manager here, you'll see that we have this localize button. Now, if I click this, it'll say it's going to download the library into my CloudPacks directory here, and then it will create its own subdirectory. And then it starts to download the files. So we've got a number of threads that will start running to download those files. We can limit the amount of threads if we need to. And then once that has downloaded completely, we'll notice that the library then has a tick icon here to indicate that it is now on the hard drive. And the paths within the metadata will be updated automatically for us. Once our CloudPack has been localized, we'll see that we have a local path now. And in BaseHead, the library shows as local. Selecting these files now, we'll see that we now are playing from the local location. So this library has now been downloaded and is available offline to us. Now, there may be a time where we're starting to run out of hard drive space. We need to migrate this to a different location. If we need to move a CloudPack after it's been downloaded, we can just simply use the move button, and that will allow us to then move the library to another location. If we decide that we just don't need to be using this CloudPack on our hard drive anymore, and we would prefer to free up some hard drive space, we can click the release button, and this will release the CloudPack back to our cloud account. So what this will do is this will delete the files off the hard drive, and the library will now revert back to a cloud-based library where we can continue to use it, just using it streaming from the cloud. And so there you have it. Hopefully this gives you a bit of an idea on just how beneficial the new CloudPack Manager tool can be for producers. It's really designed to make your job easier, to help you find the sounds that you need fast without wasting precious time or money. You can check out all these features right now by just downloading the latest version of BaseHead and giving it a go. We're really excited about this feature and look forward to your feedback and seeing how it can make your jobs easier.